This video right here that you're about to look at is the art of breaking up. I think that I have a pretty good system when it comes to a breakup, and I have a pretty good recovery of getting that piece of you back that you lose in the breakup. Most people never get it back, but I learned how to do it at a younger age, and I did it over and over again. There's some other good information in here too, but the art of breaking up, and it's very good. You can use it. I still use it to this day. Works. Has not failed me. It's a painful process, but only strong-minded and strong people can handle stuff like that. But it is still, I think, the most efficient way of doing it. I'm not saying there ain't another way, but this is the only way I found that I know that really works. And it really works. And you ain't angry when it's over after about 2-3 months of it. About 3 months of it, you ain't angry when it's over. You know, you really ain't there, and you're not upset that it happened. You're kind of happy that it did, because you're in a different place in your life. And the more time is gone into being separated, the more your feelings are pulled from it. The more when you look back at it, you can see all the things you didn't see because your emotions and feelings was into it. And you're like, why was I even doing this long? Why was I even dating this person this long? This person didn't really offer me anything. You know, this is what I was getting from them. I gotten from everybody I was with. I could have got this from somebody new. And you start looking at him and like, damn, you know, like, why was I even wasting my time? But you're happy that they did what they did, because the place you are in now, whether it's 3 months later, 6 months later, a year later, is a much better place if you use the technique and the method that I'm talking about in here. And I'm telling you from my personal experience. You know, I'm giving you my stuff that I went through. Anyway, the name of this one is called The Art of Breaking Up. And it's got good length and length time. My Cash App's on the screen as well. If you want to donate, you can. Whatever amount you want to donate is cool. You know, it takes a lot of time to make these videos, and it costs money. And down the road, I'm gonna be taking this in different countries. I'm gonna be really traveling. I do what I say. And I'm gonna be traveling, and I'm gonna film places that I go, so you can see what's there. And you'll see my experience there as well. Anyway, check out the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I hope it helps. I hope you like the video. Anyway, check it out, The Art of Breaking Up. I think we back on now. So anyway, as I was saying, Paraguay, I was told that was a pretty good place. And I'm going to be open for other places in the comments what you guys think is good. And as I try to get my channel more and more up, I'm going to pick a few places, or let you guys pick a few places you want me to travel when the money is right. Y'all help me donate, put to the channel, and I'm going to do all kinds of shit. I'm going to take us all over the place so you can see what's there too. And well, what we'll do is we'll pick some places that would be nice to go. Got the little moho thing going, you know. I like it. It's a nice hairstyle. It fit. My barber gets it right about He's a good barber, but he gets it right about out of 30, maybe once or twice. That's it. I wish he would get it right every single time the way I want it, but nah, he don't. I'm going to, with this channel, I'm going to tell y'all a lot about me, my life, what motivates me, what drives me. You're going to see the way I train in the gym, my struggles, the things I want to do, the stuff I'm dealing with, my dogs, because I got dogs. My love for jewelry, cars, I love fixing them up, shoes. I don't really care for name brand clothes. I ain't never been big on it. My own brand, yeah, I would love to have. I'm gonna definitely go towards that, so you guys can wear stuff that I design. I'm pretty good at that kind of stuff. Maybe that's why I don't like name brand stuff. But everything. People who have wronged me, bad business people. So if you're ever in these places, you'll understand who you're dealing with when it comes to jewelers, when it comes to business places. I'm gonna let y'all know what's really going on. I'm gonna definitely let y'all know what's really going on. I'm gonna let y'all know what's really going on, because the more we help each other and tell each other about what we see and what's going on, the more information can spread, the real, true information, and not a bunch of bullshit. It's hard to tell what's what. But rather than disprove things that looks wild, I like all that scary, wild shit too. I love it. I'm an adventurous type of person to a degree. I believe that black people, on the planet, we wouldn't live great without the white people. So I think we all need each other. I don't discriminate against any colors. My babies are mixed, so I have no discrimination against any color. Love everybody. I don't dislike anybody unless they dislike me. But what I was gonna say about the white people was, if it wasn't for white people being crazy and adventurous, there'd be a lot of things that would not be here, like parachutes. How many of them had to die to figure out how that worked? You ain't gonna get no nigga to do it. So white people play a very big role in this planet too. And I love all the nationalities. I'm actually fascinated with a lot of the nationalities. I love Spanish. Throughout my life, I've been real cool with Spanish. I grew up a lot with Spanish. Black people too. But, you know, I've gotten along a little bit better with the Spanish. Black, everybody black loves me. I don't got no issues. But the way when I made money, I was always through Spanish people. Could never do business with nobody black. Nobody black ever stuck with their word, kept their word, or did what they said they was gonna do. Everybody pretends to be great business people, but very few will do what they say. And that's a big problem in the business world, because a lot of people, you know, they say a lot of shit and give a lot of lip service, but they don't do none of the shit they say. And to me, that's a big deal, because you should always do what you say and be who you say you are. And in this world, words are becoming a thing that people say it but don't mean it, or mean it and don't say it. But on this channel, I'm just gonna tell you the truth and talk about, be as honest and as transparent as I can. Nobody has all the answers, but whatever we do got answers to, we should need to share it. This world's become a world that, since COVID, it went upside down. It's upside down. But it's boiling things down to you're finding out who people are. And what I say is, find out who people are. Once you find out how people are, then you can
you can identify them, and then all you have to do is accept them. Learn how to work around them. If you got to deal with them. If you don't deal with them at all. Cut them off. You don't need that negative energy in your life. You need to be positive. So, just to everybody, my message is to everyone. I believe in God. I'm not big on the church. I grew up in it. But I don't need no middleman in between me and God. It's me and God. It ain't me, God, and, this guy, this preacher. I don't need him because he doing his thing too. Ain't no perfect people here. I believe through preachers and different people, you can learn lessons. You can learn lessons that you can prevent certain things in life from mistakes others have made. And as a child growing up, I was always in grown folks' business. They used to always tell me, man, it's grown folks' business. But I listened to them. I watched them. I saw things, and I understood at a young age when I saw something, hey, I'm going to face this same thing too in a different way. And I can beat it if I listen to his story or if I listen to her story. And that's exactly what happened. And because of that, me understanding that, I didn't make as many mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes, but not as many. A lot of that stuff that I heard them go through, I saw it in real life. And when I saw it, I instantly recognized what they said. But there's no better way of learning than you going through it yourself. There's no better way than you going through it yourself. So, the lessons I've learned, I've, dated women all throughout my life, had long relationships all throughout my life. Yeah. Chicks I dated, they thought they were smart. You know what I did? I learned how to break up with people without them even noticing that we broke up. I'm going to have to explain that to you. I became, I wouldn't know that the relationship was going to end 3 or 4 months before it would end. And what I would do is I would withdraw. I would still sleep with her, even though I knew she was doing something and she was thinking she was outsmarting me. I had learned to accept her and accept that this was going to happen. And there's nothing you could do to control it or stop it. But you could make it in your favor and you still could get her back. So what I would do is I would withdraw. And I would still sleep with her real good. I mean, real good. But the way you have to put your mind, I've learned that anybody that's achieved anything in this world has a very strong mind. And you'd be very shocked at how they think and what they tell themselves to motivate them to do what they have to do. As a man, I loved women, so I wanted to know more about them. I paid a lot of attention to them. So what I did was I listened. I looked at what they liked, and I listened to what they said, but I was able to see the truth through the words. Because some will deliberately lie to you, but they can never lie about their behavior, what they see on TV. It's the same as we in real life. If a man like a woman that looked like J-Lo on the TV and one walk by with a body just like hers or better on the real world, he likes her too. I don't know what's so hard about that. If a woman is looking at the TV and she likes muscular guys and she's picking all these guys that are muscular and another guy walked by with a body just like that, she likes that shit too. It's real simple. It's not hard. It's not complicated. Don't make it. It's simple. So I would just withdraw. And I would put in my head that it wasn't my girl anymore. It was the other guy's girl. I didn't know who he was. Sometimes I did. I would be like, let's see who fucks the best. And I would go in on their ass. I would go to please them and everything. Why? Because I know some people would say, oh man, I would just cut her off and go on about my business. No. That's not how you do it. The fool is always the person that thinks the other person is the fool. So if you had great emotions and you learned that if you could go through this, you would become a stronger, smarter, more clever person. And you would be able to deal with more than the average person. Then you become stronger. Then your ears become more understanding to the words that it's going to hear, even when it's bad. You learn how to deal with very bad information, which makes you a stronger individual than the next. Because most people can't handle the truth. So I would just tear her up. And what I was doing was making her remember what she's gonna miss when she leaves and she gets to compare us together, because I'm not gonna keep doing it when she goes out the door, telling me it's space. That's what they all say. It's like they read from the same playbook. They ain't got no, ain't no truth in it, no special lines. They say the same shit. I'm like, when you really listen to them, they all say the same shit, and then they talk about smart. That's not smart. That's stupid. To me. You got somebody. You're gonna go leave because of what a dude told you, or what a friend suggested you should do, or what you think the grass is gonna be green on the other side, not understanding that the person with you is your 90 and the other person is just your 10. So what happens, men, when the woman decides to leave or she's cheating, don't get emotional about it. It's gonna hurt. Just let her go. Treat her nice. When you with somebody, you're supposed to leave them with an impression, because memories is the one thing everyone takes with them forever. So you want to give a person as many good memories as possible. Bad stuff are always gonna come. That's anybody. Ain't nothing perfect. But if you give more good than bad, people always gonna remember the good. We always remember the good, and the good times we had, what we was doing, who we was doing it with. So I would give her the best sex ever. I wouldn't do it all the time like I would do it 2-3 times a day. I'd slow it down to maybe once every 2 or 3 days. And I know she's still sleeping with him, but here's what I also understood. If she's still wanting to sleep with me all the time and I'm not the one initiating it, he ain't doing his job. And therefore, I already know she's coming back, because it's about feelings at the end of the day. Remember, they're emotional creatures. And if she wants to sleep with me all the time, and she's still supposed to be sleeping with the guy and she think I don't know, that let me know I'm better. So now, here's what you do. Here's what I did. I would withdraw. She would want to go to the mall together. We do things. She didn't really want me to go. She wanted to sneak off, but she would act like she wanted to invite me. But she would get dressed and throw on all her shit and not tell me until the last minute. That kind of shit. I just let her go. I knew what she was gonna go do. I knew what she was doing, and she thought she was really fooling me. And I would smile with her, give her a kiss, tell her have a good time. And I would sit there and think about all the stuff I wanted to do and how I was gonna do it. But I will also think about, this ain't a person I want to marry or spend my life with. So I already done did everything that needed to be done to her. I done slept with her. I done had her every way from Sunday. Sunday back to Sunday again. So he getting my leftovers. It ain't nothing that everything that she gonna give him, I taught her how to do, so he can have it. I need to move on. I get to make a new choice. That's how I always looked at it. I get to make a new choice. She's setting me free, and I get to make a new choice. And let me tell you something. This is what I would do. When I had to sleep with her, because ladies, just so you know, men penises won't even get hard if you sleep with somebody else. We don't even get hard unless he doesn't care about you. Like if he ain't even taking you serious, there's some men that ain't even taking you serious, they don't care. But in this situation, I looked at it as a competition. So for that, I could flip my mind and get hard and still sleep with him, because I'm competing with him now. That's his chick. I'm number 2. He's number 1. That's how I'm looking at it. And I'm finna tear his chick up the same way he think he doing mine. Right? Flip that shit. She's not your wife. It's a baby's mom or girlfriend. She's not your wife. You flip that shit. She's the loser in the whole thing. She's giving herself up. And the whole thing, she's giving herself up. She's the loser. He gonna get some ass that really ain't gonna be 100% because she ain't all the way into him. She ain't showed him all of who she is. Listen, there's a thing I like to say. There's a difference in loving someone and being in love with someone. You can get the pussy, but do you really get the pussy? Okay? In other words, say you got a woman. She's supposed to be in love with you. Y'all in a relationship. And she makes you a cup of water. By the way, this is mine. I make it up. I make up a lot of my own stuff. I think about it a lot, and then I'm able to put it together where people could understand it. So say she makes you a cup of water. You say, hey, baby, make me a cup of water. She goes in the kitchen. She gets you a cup. She pours you some water. She brings it back. You like, yeah, you know, she made me some water. You know, cool. But she just loves you. She's not in love with you, right? Now, let me show you the difference in that same thing. A woman that's in love with you, and you have her mind and her heart, when she goes in the kitchen to make that water, because two men can get treated very differently by the same woman in the same situation, because you're not going to love two people the same. So she goes in the kitchen. She gets that water, that cup. She gets the biggest cup. She makes sure it's clean. She puts you some ice in the glass. She fills it up. She brings it back to you. You go to drinking it. You get halfway done with it. She comes back. She takes the cup. She refills it. You ain't even got to ask. That's the difference. I always went after that. I wanted to really know the woman. I didn't just want to ask. I wanted everything. Every time, all throughout life, this is how I hit them. This is how I did it. And in the end, let me tell you what you get. Yeah, you're going to get hurt. They're still going to cheat because a lot of them ain't shit. But out of all the men that they're free to go sleep with, they always come back to be with me. And the ball's in my court, and when they come back, I won't sleep with them. I won't deal with them. I don't believe in going backwards. I'm going to tell you why. I've tried it twice. It doesn't work. If something didn't work out before, that person ain't changed. It ain't going to work out in the future. And why go back? You renovate your amusement park. You make new rides. You make new height requirements. You renovate the park. In other words, I will go in the gym with this same mindset. When I'm in a breakup, oh, that's the best time to build shit. That's the best time to if you can use that pain, if you can use the bad things that happen to you in life to make positive things for you in life, oh boy, you're dangerous. Because then all the stuff that you go through when you don't want to do it, you know what I think about? Well, when she sees me, what do I want her to think? What do I want people who ain't seen me in a while to think? What do I want them to say to me? This is how I think about it. I think about future events. That's where I'm at now. Future events. You ask me why I'm working out, people ask me for the last couple of years, I would say future events. They would look at me and I'd be like, let me explain. To have a body or accomplish something, you have to have a strong mind. People who are real big, who have a real nice body, they got strong minds. Not just strong bodies, strong minds. So I would think about what was literally really going to happen the next 3 months, the next 6 months, the next year, the next 2 years. And I would think about that and I would work out with that in my head. Any moment, any of these things could happen, right? So I'm going to work really, really hard on my body to build using this negative. I'm going to use it to make me bigger, stronger. I'm going to achieve a lot of the goals I couldn't achieve with her because she was a weight. If I'm able to achieve them, then she was in the way. Wasn't me, it was her. She was in the way. So I look at a lot of this stuff when I get the answers about what happens after the breakup. So she's oversleeping with him. I know it. And me, I'm working out, preparing for her return. Because when she returns, now it's going to be like, when she returns, now it's going to be like, what do I want her to say and how do I want her to see me? Right? And here's where things get interesting. Imagine 6 months after the breakup, you run into her in the mall, or a year later, you run into her in the mall or in a store, or let's just say in the mall, and she looks at you, or her friends see you, or her family sees you. What do you want them to say? That's the question you got to ask yourself, because it's going to happen. The thing is, will you be prepared for it when it shows up? So what I would do was go in there and kill it in the gym. 3 months later, I'd be a different animal. I would be bigger, stronger, better. And when I got to where I was from using that every time I came in the gym, I wasn't no longer angry with her. I was now happy she did what she did. Because if she hadn't did that, I'd be in the same spot and not in the new spot. I'm in a new spot. I'm bigger. I'm nicer. I'm better. I renovated the playground. I renovated the amusement park. Now, when she sees me, she wants to go and go wild on me because she already knows I know how to please her. She already knows what it's like to be with me. I lay with her and hold her every night. I rub her to sleep every night. I'm sleeping with her every day. I have a high drive, but that's the way it is. You're supposed to do everything you want to do when you're with somebody. Because remember, you're creating memories. And that's the one thing they're going to keep and take with them when it's over. They'll carry that for the rest of their life. They don't realize how serious it is, but I do. So, 3 months, when it first ends, I cut them completely off. I don't talk to them no more. I'm not trying to come around. I'm not calling them. I already know what they're doing. I don't need to go deal with her. My mind is on the future. How I'm going to turn this around and how she's going to want me back. And I'm working out on that. Why? Because he might be bigger. He might have a nicer car. Because men as men compare men to other men. Man will look at another man and be like, wow. This dude works out. Imagine you got guys that say they friends with women that they really was sleeping with the woman or like her. She know it. The new man don't know it. If he ain't got enough sense, he don't know it. You go to meet. She trying to introduce you to the guy. She want to be able to have both guys in her life. That's the game, right? And then he looks at you and you on swole. And he was a dude that, he was working out, but he could never get to where you at. Already defeat. Now imagine, let's flip the coin. It has a flip side. Let's say you're fat and fucked up, and he's nice. He'll be like, oh, yeah, how you doing? Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, yeah, yeah. Now you looking at it, you looking at her, you don't have a clue, and he feeling like good as fuck. Because he's like, oh, yeah, she can keep that. That ain't a threat. That ain't a big deal. Oh, yeah, I'm still the man. That's how he sees it. And he knows he's still going to get that booty. Because look at what he looks like and look at what you looking like. And that's the reality, guys. Whether you like it or not, physical is always going to come first. You can't see a personality. You can't see a heart. You have to get to know a person and know all of that. So, and chemistry has no time frame on it. Women like to say, oh, when time. No. You make chemistry. This is what I've learned. You make chemistry. How good you know how to do something is going to depend on how that's going to work for you. If you real good with people, you can know you're going to get along with a lot of the people you come around. You might not like everybody, but you know how to get along with everybody. You're going to have a better edge than the average person. You know how to kiss better. You know how to touch better. You done been with women. You know what women like. You know how to treat women. You can be around them and see the vibe and feel it and just adapt to it. Without any words, you can adapt to it. And you know how to, you pay attention. You know what they like just by listening to them, because they don't listen to us, but we listen to them. I do. So now you're swole. You looking good. She's coming through the mall a year later, 6 months later, 4 months later, whatever, right? Y'all in the same place. The creator always does this. He puts you in the same place with the person. And I realize why he does it. He does it because he wants to show you who made the right choice. Now, let me tell you how this works, fellas. If you sit there and you get depressed and you let it take you down and you get all emotional, because it's only going to go one or two ways. Either she's going to regret what she's done, or either she's going to be happy about her decision. One or the two. Simple. Either you're going to look the same or either you're going to look different. One or the two. There's no other way about it. Listen to me. So now, that energy field when y'all first separated, because there's an energy field that the two people create. This is what I've learned. There's an energy field that the two of you create a bond. And when you separate, it really destroys the person who's loves the most. It destroys that person more. It hurts them. It don't destroy you, but it hurts you. It can destroy you if you don't know how to handle it. If you don't know what to do, it can destroy you. I mean, it can make you want to suicide, all kind of shit. But it's it's like clouds to a sunny day. They're passing. They only stay if you stay there where the clouds are at. You can always move and go to another place where it's sunny, or wait for the storm to pass, but it will pass. So now you've been working out every single day since the breakup, and you've been building yourself. You've been dedicated. You've been dedicated. You've had discipline. You didn't go out and go bang a whole bunch of chicks. You just stayed to your game plan. Because here's how it also works. When you build that new amusement park, when you get that body, you're very happy with what she's done when you get to this place. Because the new body is going to attract a whole new set of circumstances. And the new body is going to attract a whole new set of situations, circumstances, and people. Because everything you add to yourself attracts something else to you. Remember what I said. I thought, oh man, I'm 200, 200 pounds. Oh man, I'm big. But then I would look at the men that were 250, 230, lean. And I would look at the attention they were getting. And I was like, damn, I'm getting a lot of women in my weight. Imagine what these people are getting at their weight. This is how my mind looks at things. And I would look around and see them, and I would be like, damn. So when I get there, if I'm here, if I get nicer, I'm going to get even more. Because everything you do that you change yourself, if you go get a new car, if you buy a new watch, if you buy a real new chain, if you put 10 pounds extra on and good weight, it will attract a whole new different set of things to you. For everything you do different brings in change. And change is always for the best. That's what I've learned. And that's what I figured out. So now, imagine you worked out every single day, right? And then all of a sudden, you've been thinking about, what you want her to say when she see you, how you want her to look, because nice looking or body in shape, can't nobody take that away from you. Can't nobody say, oh, it's not real. It is real because it's yours. You built it, you earned it. Can't nobody take that from you. Can't nobody say, oh, you out of shape when you're in shape and you look good. They can't, because you've earned it. So they're going to say you're in shape. They're going to say you're big. They can say you're too big, but too big is just that person, or jealousy or hatred. But a lot of people love it. So, big guys that are muscular, I don't see them crying about being big. I see them happy. So you're happy, right? Got muscles, you good. And you run into her. Two things are going to happen. One or two things. She's going to regret what she's did, or she's going to be happy about what she's did. We're going to go over both right now. So you're in that mall, you don't even see her, you wasn't planning on seeing her. You completely avoid the person in this time that you're working out too. You don't go where they go at, you don't want to run into them, you just stay away from them and you focus on what you're doing. Just you and the weights and your goals. You set your goals and you achieve them. You'll be surprised at how many things you can achieve using the negative and the pain and the suffering as a positive to go towards the positive. You'll be very shocked at how much energy and power is in that. So you turn around and you work out real hard and you stay away from them. That's the discipline part. You don't go back. You don't sleep with them. That's the discipline part. You don't need to play with yourself none, because you ain't got to worry about that. You're building. Okay. That's the discipline part. If you have that issue, you continue to do what you're doing and you work out and you do it right and you kill it. You kill it. 6 months later, y'all run into each other. Here's what happens. She's in the mall, or you see a family member, or you see a friend. But let's just say 6 months later, let's say you see one of the family members, or they see you and you're in the mall. You may have a woman, you may not have a woman. You're going to attract a lot of things along the way. So they run into you and they see you and they look at you and they're like, whoa, I didn't even recognize you. Damn, you're big. You looking good. And you got on some new shoes. You're buying some stuff. You walk through the mall. You're happy as shit. You ain't upset about it. You have no anger towards the person. You're completely over it because you used it all in the gym and took out all the stress, all the pain and frustration in the gym. So now this is the reward. This is what you built from all of that pain, from that, what she took you through. Now you're no longer in your head thinking about, her and wanting to be with her. You don't care. You're over it. You are over it. But that energy field that we talked about, it affected you and you dealt with it. Now listen to this, because this is important. When she sees you or the family sees you, they go back, and what they're going to do, the first thing they're going to do is tell that person, oh, I saw such and such in the mall. She's going to light up. Oh, yeah. Oh, what did he look like? He was all fucked up. He was down and depressed. He let himself go, huh? No. He was a lot bigger, a lot nicer, had more tattoos. He was dressed nice. He smelled good. He looked good. He was on point. He was a lot bigger. I ain't never seen him that nice. He looks good. He was happy. Oh, yeah? Really? Now, curiosity. That's what kills the cat. She's curious. She wants to see. Girl. Yeah, he was on point. Oh, man. He seemed happy. You couldn't even tell nothing was wrong with him. He was good. He was nice. He was doing his thing. He went on about his business. He didn't even pay me much attention. He was in his zone. He was going somewhere else. Now she wants to see you. She can't believe what she heard, right? Because you're different. You're not the same because the person just told them differences that they saw and how you acted, right? Now she's curious. So she ain't gonna hit you up because she got too much pride. What's gonna happen? She's gonna want to see you. Some may go the distance and hit you up, but majority of the time, pride. They want to still, play the game and do their thing, or they're still seeing or talking to somebody, da-da-da-da-da. Or they're with the dude that they left you for. It's even better. So now you're working out in the gym and you're thinking all this time, what if he's bigger? What if he's big? I'm gonna make sure I'm just as big, I'm just as nice. He could be bigger, but if you get bigger and you look happy, you ain't caring about what he look like, especially if you big. But you're thinking about, man, if this dude, what if he's big? What if he's this? What if he's that? You want to have the edge in a lot of areas. You want to be superior because that's what it's about. You're already beating him in the bedroom. You ain't got to worry about that. She still wants you, but you want her to regret and want her to basically come back crawling. Want her to go out of her way to get to you. Now the ball's in your court. Now, here's what happens about that energy, because this is very important. And I've learned this and paid attention to it over and over. Trust me, it's real. So now you see her and she runs into you, or she comes to where she know you're going to be, or she calls you up to meet with you, or you run across her in the mall with the guy. Check it out. You're in the mall, she's in the mall. You either got a lady with you or you don't. It don't even matter. You don't need one. She gonna be jealous regardless. Let me tell you what happens. She's with him. And they're not doing so well because now she was only seeing him 10% of the time, and it was exciting because you were doing the 90 and he was only getting the 10. You're dealing with all of her and all of her shit, and she's only around him 10% of the time, so he's able to pretend. And whenever a man sees that he's getting the other man's girl, he's going to put on this act, because most people don't be real about who they are. So then, now, they've been around each other 100% of the time. Usually within the first 3 to 4 months, it's already over. It's already over because now he got to deal with her 100% of the time, where he was only dealing with a 10. Now she's seeing the real him, he's seeing the real her, and they end up going their separate ways. He don't want to deal with her, and she don't like him. He's changed. But he was really always like that. He just told her what she wanted to hear so that he could get what he wanted, and she put on her best face so she wouldn't look bad about what she was doing behind your back with him. So she painted you out to be the bad guy. Because that's what they always do. They never tell the truth, because if they tell the truth, then it makes them look like a hoe. So now, she's with him, or she's walking around in the mall. and you looking good as fuck. You happy, and you know, you ain't worried about nothing. You've been preparing for this future event. And I'll explain more about the future event, about other situations, but I'm going to try to make this quick. So now, all of a sudden, you don't see them. You're in a shoe store or in a clothes store, or you're walking through and you feel somebody staring at you, and you look across and it's her. And she's got an angry face. She's looking at you like, let's say you're with a lady, you're out on a date, and you got a beautiful bad one with you. I mean, make the other one look horrible. She's instantly angry. She's angry now. She's looking at you and she is angry. Okay? She's angry. And you like, why are you angry? You left, you cheated, you went off. You're not angry at all, but she is now. The other woman is holding your arm, squeezing your hand, smiling. You look over and she's looking at you. You like, and you tell her, you say, hey, remember the ex I told you about? Well, that's her. Yeah. So now she knows who the lady is, right? And she ain't worried about her because she's the past. The ex is the past. She's the present. And she's squeezing your arm. Here's what's going through the ex's head. She's comparing. She's now looking at you all nice and beautiful and looking good. And she knows how you get down in the room and that you like to do it a lot and that you put it down. She now has to deal with, remember, everybody in their head has somebody on a pedestal. You always compare your best shit to the new shit. So he's the new shit, you're the best because you've been there longer and you've done more. So now she's in her head like, damn, she's already been comparing you to him to you the whole time she's been with him, and they've been having issues. Because if he don't add up, they're going to be going back and forth. Because she's trying to get him to do what you do, and he don't because he ain't you. That's what makes you special. So now she couldn't get that. She's sticking with him. Now she sees you and she's angry. You got another chick with you. You moved on. Well, shit, it's been 6 months, but she ain't caring about that. She's angry. She's looking all mad. She's making faces. She's, and so you just look and you don't speak. You don't say anything because she's not your friend. You don't need to. It's you being there is enough. You don't got to go over and say, hey, no. She will go out of her way to say something or keep following you or walking around, and she's angry, walking, making a mad face. Then she's mad, right? Now, she sees the woman holding your arm. She sees the woman squeezing your hand. She sees that smile. What do you think she's thinking? Remember, this is all unexpected. You didn't go to deliberately run into her. She didn't go to deliberately. Y'all just ran it. She wanted to see you. So that attraction has to happen. That event has to take place. Y'all gonna run into each other. That's just what it is. It becomes a small world. So now check it out. In her head, she's looking at her squeeze your arm and smile, and she knows why she's squeezing your arm because she know what you're doing to her. She knows why she's smiling because she know how you made her smile. So she know what she getting. She know that she's getting that you piping this one down, that you giving this one the business because she know you put it down. Remember, you don't slack on that ever. You always aim to please the woman. You gonna always put her first in that department. It ain't about you in the room. It ain't about you coming. It's about her coming. It's about her pleasures. They're emotional creatures. You give her that. She want to hold your hand every day. You hold her hand. You want to run some bath water for her. You run her bath water. You want to hold her and rub her to sleep every night. Guess what you're doing? You're spoiling her emotionally and mentally. And you are fucking her up, giving her everything she wants in that manner. Money can't buy that. And you're getting into it. You ain't doing it to do it. You want to learn how to be the best at everything you do. So now you have every tool on the tool belt. And when you can do this with multiple women, and you've had a lot of women, and you got all these tools, how hard is it to please one? It's very easy when you look at it this way. I started this at 15. Trust me. You learn a lot along the way. So now she's angry, and you can already know why because I just explained it to you. So now You continue to do what you're doing. You ain't paying her no attention. You getting your shoes, you chick with you. She know what it is. You know, you straightforward with everybody. So it ain't no shit. And remember, you never go back. So you ain't been talking to her. You ain't been dealing with her, nothing. You've learned how to self-discipline, contain, and deal with the contamination on your own. You learn how to isolate it, keep it in, deal with it on your own. So now you're a stronger, better person. Remember that bond? Well, here's what happens. You guys go your separate ways. She's angry as shit. She keeps walking by you. She's following you around. She's making faces. She's looking angry. The dude is not knowing anything about who you are because she don't want to tell him. And then when she do tell him, now he looking at her like, because now he's comparing. And you see him and he ain't nothing. He ain't got nothing on you. He little or he's not big or, you know, he just a regular guy. You're like, okay, well, he paying for it. But what he pays for, he could never give her when you've done this mentally and emotional thing to her. That money could never fix that. When a crackhead goes out or a drug addict goes out and they talk about that first high, they're constantly chasing that first high. So when you put a person in a high place and you make them addicted to something, sex, you in this situation, those emotions, those feelings, they're not going to be able to control it because women cannot handle their emotions. And you giving her this for years. Just think about it. If you rubbed her to sleep every night and ran her bath water every time she took a bath for 3 years, anytime he goes, hey, let me hold you, she's going to think about you because you did it every day. Anytime anybody say, he's like, oh, let's take a bubble bath. Let me run the water. She would think about you. She could be thinking about you because you have made all these things, built all these things in her while she was busy trying to take advantage of you and thinking it was all about her. Oh, it really was all about her for me. Oh yeah, it was. But in the end, it destroys their ass. And I mean destroyed them, especially if they don't end up with you. Now, if they stay with you, it's great. But if they don't, it's going to be hard to get another man to top that. And you know what happens when they can't get a man to top that? They go to switch a man. They're looking for a guy that can beat you or a guy that can give them what you gave them. And what people don't understand, the person that gave you that is the only person that can give you that. You can get better, but to get that exact same feeling, you got to go back to that person. And that's what I leave them with. So now you're looking good as fuck. You got your bad chick. What do you think she's thinking now? She's looking at him and like, damn, especially if he's below you. She's looking at him and she's like, damn, I got to go home with this shit. I got to go home with this motherfucker. Oh, now she can't ride him right. She can't suck his dick right. She ain't smiling with him like she was no more. She can't watch a movie with him. He asking her what's wrong. She depressed. She eat the Haagen-Dazs. Now that energy field, that energy just shift and went straight to her, and it's going to destroy her ass because she don't know what to do with it. So now she's all fucked up. She's depressed. You moved on. She couldn't get with you. See her another 2 years later. She's fat. She looked fucked up. Like I said, it's going to destroy somebody. Might as well be the person that did the dirt, right? So now she couldn't beat it. She couldn't get around it. She couldn't get you back. So it destroyed her. I mean, she's looking like shit. Or she's got a kid with a dude. She's looking all beat up. And you're looking good as fuck. You're just constantly improving. Now, here's what happens. She's regretting everything every time she sees you. She's thinking about that shit. She still has not found nobody to top you. She's kind of just ended up settling, right? And you ain't thinking about her at all. You're like, oh, that was just a person I dated. You know, that was just a phase in life that I went through. Not really a phase. That was a person that I needed to go through to get where I'm at. So that was just a person that's along my journey because I'm on my journey. That's how you got to look at it because that's what life is. It's a journey. And you're either going to be a messenger to somebody or you're going to be that person for somebody where they end up with you. This is what I would tell the exes. I'd be like, I'm either going to be your messenger or I'm going to be your husband. One or the other. And but when this is over, I'm going to close the door, lock it, shackle it, chain it, put something against it. You ain't coming back through. This is it. But when I'm with them, I give them everything they want. Not financially. I do stuff for them. I make sure that they understand the meaning of money. Because let me tell the men something here who go and spend and do all this. When you go buying a woman something, you don't teach her the value of the money and put her in the dirt with you and make her go through the shit with you. Here's what happens. You fall, you lose, you go to jail, something happens. Because God's going to test that relationship, right? And now, the next guy walks up, all he has to do is flash some cash and he's fucking her. All he has to do is offer her some money and he's fucking her. Just because of what you did. But when you teach her the value of money and you make her understand that money ain't really shit and it comes and it goes and she can get the money and you can get the money and it don't matter what another nigga got. Now that guy can't come in and just do that. He's got to actually go through some shit if he wanted. But if you just make her take care of everything and do everything, she don't learn nothing. Only thing you taught her to do was depend on a man who has money. By you saying, oh, I got the money and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that for her and I take care of them. Yeah, they looking for a guy that can do that. Well, guess what? If your lady, you did that to the entire time and you never put her through anything tough and then tough things happen and y'all separate because you lose, all the next guy has to do is come in and offer her some money and just like that, he's going to sleep with her. And trust me, he's going to sleep with her. So, you can beat men in certain areas. You ain't gotta beat him. Let's say, she's with a dude and he's bigger than me or he's taller than me, but I'm bigger than him. I'm killing him. I got a raw ass car outside. He's a regular. I done came up. I use all this negative shit as motivation. So I went after everything. I didn't just go after the body. I went after everything I could. I done traveled to different places. I done got more tattoos. I upgrade in every area because I'm renovating my amusement park. So when she comes back to see the amusement park, it's not the same rides that she was on because everything's different. I'm different. The whole park is different. The rules to get in is different. The height requirements are different. She ain't tall enough to get on these rides no more. So now it's your park. It's not open. She can come through. She can look through the gate. She can see the roller coaster. Oh my God. She can look there, but she can't go there no more. She can't. It's over for her. If you go back and sleep with her, which you can do maybe in the beginning, but not after. Not when it first ends, maybe, or if you just want to do it out of spite, that depends. But me personally, they not worth it. Let me tell you why I don't want to go back and sleep with them. When you sleep with a person after they've done that to you, what message are you sending to the person? This is what message you're sending. You're telling them they don't have to change. What they did to you was okay. You'll still take them back. They can remain who they are. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing that need to be changed. And what they did to you is not bad. That's what you tell them. So they need to stay exactly who they are. You ain't gotta hate them, and you ain't gotta be ill. Remember, you ain't angry anymore because you used it all. So there is no anger in you. Now you see her, you're looking good. She's looking like shit. You made the right decision. She made the wrong one. Your life has went forward. Her shit fell back or stayed exactly where she was. Stagnant, didn't move. She lost. You won. The Creator brings you present to see who made the right decision. She knows that her decision was wrong at this point. And the fact that you won't go back and sleep with her, that hurts her even more, because now she's gonna be like, well, what's wrong with me? And why won't he deal with me? And why won't he, be with me? He used to sleep with me all the time. What women don't understand is men are not attracted to hoes. We don't want it. We can sleep with a hoe we don't know we can sleep with, but we're not. Once our lady that we looked at and we held on that pedestal, once we see she ain't what she was, she's been tainted, she's fell in the dirt because she jumped off to be with somebody and they moved and she hit the ground and fell in a pile of dirt. Once we see that, we don't want her no more. We don't get aroused by her no more. Now, do you have the power in your mind to flip it and get aroused because of what you had to learn to do? Yes, you do. Could this help you in your future with future women? Yes, it can. Can you use it in your life? Yes, you can. And hasn't it made you a much stronger person? Yes, it has. And imagine this with every woman throughout life. And then a bunch of women later, you took in from all of these situations and learn to use the negative as positive and learn to make yourself better in all these areas. Because remember, as you're learning each of these women, you're also building more strengths for yourself. You're learning about nails, you're learning about hair, you're learning about, what this one likes, her taste, her favorite colors, why she picks what she picks. Then when you get with the next one, you're listening to her, you're looking at everything she likes, the reason she likes these things, her colors of what she like is good, her favorite places she likes to go and why she likes to go there. You continue to take in all this information. And when you meet a woman, it becomes natural. You just, in one conversation, one good conversation, you can sleep with her, marry her, have kids with her, live with her, all in that conversation. And you can know if you want to be with her in the future or not. Because as men, we always know if we want to date them or not. But you can do all of this in that conversation just by listening to her. Because what I found is that even when people give information, they give more information than they think they're giving. Even when they don't answer questions, they're still answering the question. I'll give you an example. Say you ask a woman like the guy, if she slept with that guy. And she says, well, no. The fact that she had to hesitate to do it and think about it, she did. Imagine this. Let's say you're talking to a man. Are you a man? Yes. Have you ever had sex? Yes. You know how to drive a car? Yes. Is your favorite color red? Yes. Did you sleep with this person? No. It's no hesitation when you're asking them about a person. So I would always, when I would go through it with them, I would always be able to tell what they lied about. And I would stay so cool. I got so good at staying cool, showing no emotions, no facial expressions, no tone change. Not yet. I would be able to get a lot of information out of them. Because they don't want to tell you everything. You can get most. And what I would take in is information because you want to know who you've been laying with. Let me tell you why that's important. Let me tell you something about the women, and then I'm going to try to end it because I don't want to make this super long. Let's say a woman likes the booty beat up, the cootie. She likes it beat up. She likes to beat up because I think sex is a bunch of different roles. It's not just one way. And a lot of men are only one way. If a man likes to do it rough, he going to always do it rough. He ain't got no caressing and no stroking in him and no slow motion or none of that in him. He can only do that. Let's say you got a man that, he like be in slow motion, baby this, she precious, I'm gonna take my time. He always does it like that, right? Because he don't want to beat it up because, I don't look at her like that. Listen, you do all of that shit. You beat it up, you stroke her, anything you can think in your head. You look at it as you're bringing in more tools to your tool belt. You're building a more sufficient, better person that can handle different situations that may arise. You're like the tool guy with all the right tools. That's how you got to look at it. You're building you. It's not about her. You're giving it to her, but you're building you because you're making you more knowledgeable. You're making you more enlightened. You're making you more stronger and more, smart and able to handle shit. Things are thrown at you, you could just deal with it. It's so easy to move through shit because of this that you learn how to do. I started this shit at a young age. So then, damn, I forgot what hold on, it's gonna come back to me. I forgot it was a real important point I needed to make. All right, so this shit it's a lot of information to take in, but I'm making it as simple as I can. All right, you're building you. You're giving the her, but you're building you. Okay, you're building you. You want to know, you want to know who you're dealing with, right? And why that's important. Because the men who only like to do it those one ways, let's say the guy gets the woman and he makes a kid or he marries her, the guy who likes to do it nice and soft. Women are so weird and funny, and they're just too flip-flop, wishy-washy to me. She used to getting it beat up. He don't beat it up. So she won't tell him to beat it up because he don't want to do it. She'll try it, but he just don't want to do it. So then she'll leave him, or she'll stay with him because he's paying all the bills and he's doing everything. And she'll go over to Tyrone or whoever, Big D, Little D. She'll go to that guy that she knows is going to beat it up. And she'll let that nigga beat it up. And he'll do any and everything to her, and he don't got to ask. The other nigga, he asking for everything. He's like, oh, can we? Oh, not today, I don't feel it. But the other dude, he ain't got to say none of that shit. She sucking the dick. Women are very backward. They always give everything to the strangers, because this is how women see it. If you know what? Let me go and get this. I'll be right back.